The old wooden box sat on Sarah's desk, covered in dust from years of neglect. She hadn't opened it in over a decade, not since the day she had tucked away her most painful memories inside. But today, as she stared at it, she knew she couldn't avoid it any longer. With trembling hands, she lifted the lid, revealing the stack of letters she had written to Ben, but had never sent. Ben had been her everything once, her first love, her confidant, the person she thought she would spend the rest of her life with. They had met in high school, and their relationship had blossomed into something deep and meaningful. They had shared dreams of the future, late-night talks about their hopes and fears, and countless moments that felt like they would last forever. But forever had been cut short. Ben's family had moved to another state, and though they had promised to stay in touch, life had a way of getting in the way. They had tried to keep their love alive through long-distance calls and letters, but slowly the connection faded. Sarah had never stopped loving him, though. Even as the years passed, she had written him letters, pouring her heart onto the page, hoping one day she would have the courage to send them. But she never did. Now, as she sifted through the old letters, Sarah felt a wave of emotions wash over her. How different her life might have been if she had sent just one of them. Would they have reconnected? Would they have found a way back to each other? One letter in particular caught her eye, the one she had written on the night she had heard Ben was getting married. She hadn't been able to bring herself to open it back then, the pain too fresh, too raw. But now she carefully unfolded the yellowed paper and began to read. "Ben, I still love you." The words hit her like a punch to the gut. How many times had she thought those very words over the years, but never said them out loud? How many nights had she lain awake, wondering what could have been? As she read the letter, tears streamed down her face. It was full of things she had never said, her regrets, her hopes, her undying love for him. But it was too late now. Ben had moved on, had a family of his own, and Sarah was left with only the what-ifs. But maybe, just maybe, it wasn't too late for her. Maybe she could take the lessons of the past and start fresh, learn to open her heart again. With a deep breath, she folded the letter and placed it back in the box, closing the lid for the last time. She was finally ready to let go.